Hey everyone, welcome to another fascinating journey through history and mythology. Have you ever noticed how similar Norse and Celtic myths are? These ancient tales, filled with gods, heroes, and epic adventures, seem to echo each other across time and space. It's pretty cool how these cultures, even though they lived far apart, told stories that are so alike. Imagine storytellers from Scandinavia and the British Isles, sitting around fires, weaving tales that would captivate generations. Looking at these legends showed us how people long ago shared ideas and were connected. The trade routes of ancient Europe were like the internet of their time, spreading not just goods, but also stories and beliefs. It's like peeking back in time to see how ancient people influenced each other's stories. These ruins and reenactments give us a glimpse into a world where cultural exchange was a part of everyday life. By looking at these stories, we can understand these cultures better. Scholars and historians spend years studying ancient texts and artifacts to piece together this shared history. It reminds us that even though people lived far apart, they had similar thoughts and ideas. The bustling markets and shared ideas show us that human connection transcends distance. These similar stories show us a shared history that goes beyond different cultures. They remind us of our common humanity and the timeless nature of storytelling. One really cool example of these similar myths is the Wild Hunt. This fascinating legend has been passed down through generations, capturing the imaginations of many cultures. Imagine a ghostly group racing across the sky. These spectral riders are often depicted as a terrifying force, sweeping through the night with an eerie presence. Both Norse and Celtic myths have this spooky story. The Wild Hunt is a common thread that weaves through the rich tapestry of their mythologies, showing how interconnected these ancient cultures were. It's often seen as a sign of bad things to come. The appearance of the Wild Hunt is usually a harbinger of doom, foretelling disaster, war, or even death. In Norse myths, the Wild Hunt is led by Odin, their main god, who chases across the sky with his ghost warriors and dogs. This fearsome procession is said to gather the souls of the dead. Celtic myths also have a wild hunt led by different figures like Gwyn ap Nudd, a god of the underworld. These hunts are often associated with the otherworld and the spirits of the dead. Both cultures seem to be interested in the mysteries of life and death and things we can't explain. The Wild Hunt serves as a powerful symbol of the unknown, bridging the gap between the mortal world and the supernatural. Another cool similarity is the gods in these myths. Let's look at Lugh, a Celtic god, and Ulla, a Norse god. They're both super skilled, especially in fighting and making things. Lugh, known as the Shining One, is great at making things, fighting, and is also a god of light. Ulla is a great archer and skier, and he's connected to winter, hunting, and promises. These gods, even though they're from different cultures, are similar, showing that both cultures valued skill and being good at things. It's not just a coincidence that Norse and Celtic myths are so similar. These ancient cultures, though separated by seas and mountains, found common ground in their stories and beliefs. It shows how cultures shared ideas. Trade routes were not just for goods, they were highways for thoughts, dreams, and legends. Through trading, moving around, and telling stories, these cultures mixed and influenced each other, leaving their mark on the myths and legends. The Viking ships that sailed across the seas carried not just warriors, but also tales of gods and heroes. When we look at these stories, we can really see how connected people are. Manuscripts and oral traditions reveal a tapestry of shared human experience. These old stories show us that even though we are different, we share a lot as humans. The carvings and tales passed down through generations remind us of our shared curiosity and imagination. We all like to imagine, and we are all curious about things we don't know. Museums and books keep these stories alive, sparking the same wonder in us as they did in our ancestors. These similar myths are like bridges between different times and cultures, inviting us to explore the amazing world of stories. They connect us to our past and to each other, showing that the human spirit is timeless and universal.